All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Danny O'Donnell, Jake Watson on the call for this, our next quarterfinal fight.
Elder Cruz.
As Elder El Monstro Cruz makes his way to the mat.
Elder Cruz representing Checkmat. Won a world no-gi title this past December 2023 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Elder, very fun competitor to watch, amazing takedowns, great positional control on top. He's got a great matchup here against Dante Leon. Dante Leon, a two-time world no-gi champion, three-time pan no-gi champion. Dante, despite competing as low as lightweight, is challenging himself in this absolute no-gi Grand Prix. It says consistency is the main reason he decides to challenge himself in these open weight divisions. He wants to compete all the time. And he said competing in his weight class isn't enough to get him the amount of matches he wants to have.
I mean, this guy is the busiest no-gi competitor, I feel, in the modern era, up against Elder Cruz, who displayed brilliant strategy at the IBJJF No-Gi World Championship in 2023, taking out Roberto Jimenez, who was on an absolute tear that tournament, with really just great discipline, great wrestling fundamentals, even taking his foot off the gas in a position that a lot of people would have gone for the back in that match. You can go back and watch the replay of that.
Beat Roberto, beat Adam Wardzinski, had a great run, won his first world title, and he's feeling really confident after that gold medal performance, Jake.
Look at Dante Leon. Had a little bit of a bite on the arm and opted to transition to the legs off of it.
One of my favorite performances from Dante in 2023 was at the Pan No-Gi, competed at super heavyweight, won that division, and beat a no-gi world champion in the final.
Yeah, that was absolutely...
Dante in on this inside heel hook. Elder trying to roll out of it.
Oh my goodness, this is gonna go out of bounds and award. It looks like it could potentially be either an advantage or 2 points for Dante Leon, depending on if the referee saw a submission in there at all, which apparently no submission. We're back neutral.
It's hard to see whether the submission was locked on as they got to the out of bounds. It looked like it was when they started rolling. But they are going to get reset. With no score on the board so far. A minute and a half in this quarterfinal match at the IBJJF Absolute No-Gi Grand Prix.
El Monstro inching forward, pushing right into the yellow.
This is a battle of two world no-gi champions. Dante winning titles in 2019 and 2022. Elder winning in 2023.
Dante once again looking to secure that same leg that he did before.
One thing Dante talked about yesterday in the press conference that was really interesting. He said one thing that gives him a lot of confidence in these open weight matches, or in these matches where he's outweighed by his opponents, is just how well-rounded his skill set is. He said he's very confident in his guard. He's got really flexible guard, has really good sweeps, has great pressure on top, really solid takedowns, and he feels like he can do it all. So he's not afraid to mix it up with guys who are heavier than him, just because he feels like his skill set is able to handle that weight disparity.
Yeah, he really is a very well-rounded competitor. In his own weight division, I feel like what we usually do see, just typically, is him apply that pressure, apply that knee cut pressure, and just real strong base on top. But seeing him invert and nearly catch Elder Cruz in a heel hook just earlier, it kind of reminds you, he's a very, very well-rounded fighter.
Dante easily able to invert as Elder tries to move side to side. Elder trying to use lateral movement so far to put some pressure on Dante's guard.
Yeah, one thing about Elder Cruz, in the middle of a match, he's able to make an adjustment And he probably felt like, oh man, I don't want to get my legs involved in anything Dante Leon wants to do. So he's adopting a little bit of a different style, it seems, in response to that dangerous situation earlier. And the lateral passing is a good way to do it. And passing just like this, putting pressure to the side. And a little bit of a look down there on the edge. But it's these mid-match adjustments by Elder Cruz that really, I would say, set him apart. And it was one of the reasons, again, why we said earlier, he won the 2023 IBJJF No-Gi Gold.
Dante trying to engage.
Earlier, Dante utilized that right arm underhook to fake the armbar attempt and go for the under the leg setup. See if he goes for that again.
Plays really well from this knee shield, reverse De La Riva style position. Really great at coming up on single legs and using those to finish his sweeps. Elder's just doing a good job managing that distance on top, making that really difficult so far for Dante.
Oh, Elder now getting a little bit tighter.
Gets Dante to turtle. Dante sits right through, back to his guard. Coming up on the halfway point. Still no score in this IBJJF Absolute No-Gi Grand Prix quarterfinal. Elder Cruz in the white rash guard taking on Dante Leon in the black rash guard. Winner of this match will go on to take on Kainan Duarte, who won his first round match by submission over Haisam Rita.
I don't believe Kainan and Dante have fought before. Elder Cruz has shared the match with Kainan Duarte on separate occasion.
Actually fought in the gi, the Absolute Grand Prix that Kainan won back in 2022. So far this match razor close. Elder looked like he was trying to close the distance for a bit. Now trying to stack, come on the leg of Dante. Beautiful guard recovery by Dante Leon.
Elder picking up the pace, dancing side to side. Right near the edge again.
Jake, are there any adjustments you're looking for from either of these athletes?
Well, Elder Cruz can do this all day. That's the reality. And he has, this is signature Elder Cruz, is just, and it's frustrating for the other person to fight against, but he will implement the same game plan if it's working all day. The side-to-side passing, keeping his legs safe. I would say if you're Elder Cruz, you can continue doing what you're doing because he is creating, it's getting a little closer every single time. But if I'm Dante Leon, that's the thing, is passing to the side. It's very frustrating to deal with. You gotta wonder at what point is Dante gonna opt to just try to wrestle Elder. But Elder, with the wrestling pedigree he has, it's a tough spot to be. I think a position like this where his legs are more involved is where Dante can get a little bit more busy, trying to invert, trying to make something happen. But when Elder's on the outside, he's just able to keep his legs so far away. 2 minutes, 40 seconds.
Elder's a really strong guard passer. We talked about his lateral movement, but Dante's done a great job just pummeling his legs, inverting, making all the adjustments with his hips to retain his guard against someone who's such a high caliber guard passer like Elder.
No, it's very impressive. And he hasn't, I mean, the guard pass attempts haven't gotten too close, but Dante's had one offensive, really offensive attack work out to where they went out of bounds, and I thought that maybe he would have even gotten 2 points for it. The referee saw something I did not, of course. But it's just the style of passing that Elder uses. He's able to just pull back at any point that he feels any danger. He just pulls back, and he keeps the movement up. He continues moving side to side, and he can keep this pace up. And Dante talking to him a little bit. Now Elder going to the side. A little tighter now.
Dante trying to get to a single leg X.
Oh, here we go. Dante
Trying to
Leon
go for another outside heel hook.
On a heel hook. This could be it. This looks tight.
Oh, Dante tried to use it to come up on top. Gets the advantage for it.
And that changes everything, Danny. One advantage for Dante Leon, and Elder Cruz is officially behind.
Wow, it looked like it was a good guard pass setup from Elder Cruz. Dante countered, turned it into a heel hook attempt of his own. And now he is up one advantage with 1 minute left.
And now you can see why Elder was passing around in the way that he was all fight, so that a situation like that wouldn't happen. And the moment that Dante Leon got a bite, really took advantage of it. I mean, this whole match is different. This whole match, just the whole tide turned in one moment.
Elder really trying to step up the pace now. He's got to make up this advantage difference.
Dante has to be very careful
pressure
to not give up this pass.
Oh, Dante throws his left leg over the arm.
Beautiful work from Dante Leon, keeping himself safe here at the very end. 20 seconds. Oh, and this right here is exactly what Dante Leon needed.
Just 10 seconds left. Dante Leon up one advantage over Elder Cruz.
Wow, what a beautiful adjustment, Danny. My gosh. Down for most of the match, and Dante Leon makes back that deficit with that deep heel hook attempt. And he's going to move on. He's going to face Kynan Duarte in the semifinal.
That's going to be an amazing match, Jake. I'm very much looking forward to that one. Like you said, great performance from Dante Leon. Had that outside heel hook attempt, earned him the advantage, and he gets the victory here in the Absolute No-Gi Grand Prix.
Dante seems a little disappointed in how that match turned out, but really great job of taking the opportunity that was afforded him, right? Elder Cruz made it very difficult all match, the side-to-side passing. His legs were behind him the entire time, and he's so consistent that Dante, two opportunities really to throw an attack, and both times was able to secure a heel hook. Neither time was a submission there, but both times it led to something greater.
Let's take a look at the replay here. Battle of two No-Gi World Champions. Dante on the early heel hook. Forces Elder to roll. Starts as an inside heel hook. I believe he switched it to an outside. Elder trying to pass. Dante doing amazing work with his guard retention, keeping his legs in front of Elder. And it was this outside heel hook attempt late in the match. Elder did a great job defending, but it was enough to earn Dante an advantage. Locks up a strong position at the end. Holds on for the victory. And like you said, Jake, he'll go on to face Kynan Duarte in the semifinal of the IBJJF Absolute No-Gi Grand Prix. We're going to cut to a short break. We'll be right back with more action from the No-Gi Grand Prix.